What is up, guys? Right, so in this video I'm going to take you through the steps that I took to eventually get the platinum trophy for this game, and this is going to require you to do a mammoth amount of things. For starters, you need to 5-star every island. Again, not a small amount of effort there. Then you need to reach max reputation on every island as well for each of the divisions, but not at the same time. Then thirdly, you need to finish all the research in the game, and this will unlock as you go along, unlocking storyline quests as well as doing contracts and dig sites, so constantly do those. Right, so once you've done that mammoth task, I want to show you how I did the incubate every dinosaur on every island. And this is going to take a fair amount of time, but there are so many things that you can do while you're doing this. For instance, the shops and certain things you need to sell, selling dinosaurs themselves, and there's just a whole host of things that can be done while you're doing this. But focusing on this is what this guide is going to be about, so let's get into it.
Experience for this island. Call it good fortune, but I know the math. It's eventually going to catch up to us. Well, to you.
Okay, so when you hear Mr. Goldblum say that, then you know you've actually 5-starred the island. Until then, you've got to keep cracking it. I would recommend keeping your capacity below 10%. This helps loads. And again, just touching on a couple more of these points with the dig sites. A lot of them are going to be locked. But like I was saying before, just do contracts on every island, as many as you can, as well as the research to unlock these fossils. And if you actually go to the research tab, it'll tell you what you need to do to unlock it. It's certainly going to be some dinosaur on some island being released or reaching a certain reputation with a certain division on a certain island. Now I'm just going to show you what I was left over with before I started doing the incubate every dinosaur on every island. It's mainly the DLC ones, well, not the DLC necessarily, the update, the Baryonix and so on. And with regards to the research, I just had the research left to do for these guys to be farmed or to be dug up. And one complicating thing about this memo is, even if it says you've got a new one, when you go search for it, if you happen to put the cursor on that one, then it's gone. You don't know which one you've actually unlocked unless you want to write them all down. So as you can see here, you can see what kind of reputation you need with which division at the bottom there. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to start the process of incubating all dinosaurs on all islands. Now there's a ton of things you can do at the same time, like I was saying before. First thing you want to do, each island you go to at the start, check your shops, make sure you sell each item in the shops. Now I know the Barbasol is one of them that you need, but again, just to be thorough, I couldn't tell you which ones I unlocked before I started knowing I was unlocking things, which just makes this difficult. So just follow the steps and you'll be able to cover all the things at one go. So yeah, get everything sold, then move on to the clothes shop, onto the arcade and so on. Do all the shops and sell everything on each island. Then what you want to do is make sure your power stations have enough power and upgrade them all, demolishing some where you can to create new ones that you've unlocked, or bigger ones at least. And then from there, we're going to have a look at the dinosaur order. Now as you can see here, they are alphabetical, or you can change them to alphabetical order. And what you want to do is go through each one, removing all the genes. Now there's a ton of reasons to do this. Firstly, it's a hell of a lot cheaper because all you want to do is incubate and release. There's no other requirement, well, for this one at least. And what you can do then is put all your stats onto speed, your upgrades onto speed and capacity, and you can motor through all of them very quickly. Now, once you've done this once, it'll be like this for every island. So you don't have to do it every time you do the dinosaur. Just go through them once at the start, each dinosaur, and remove all the genes. And remember as well to do contracts constantly. There's going to be definitely some memos to unlock with doing contracts on each island, which aren't too difficult. Just select the one you want to do, make it max, and keep doing them, and they will unlock. And I do show a couple later that I can confirm. Okay, so now for the incubation order, I just do it alphabetically. Going through each one, each hatchery, make sure you name the hatcheries because this could get confusing when you have multiple ones. And I just go down the list doing alphabetically, and if one fails the incubation, you can just remember where you were, or you could wait until they're all finished and then go do them individually because the cursor will stay on the one you did last. But if you go back and re-incubate one, it'll stay on that dinosaur, so you might lose your place. Now there are some memos to do with releasing just dinosaurs standard, but then also manually releasing dinosaurs, which I'll go into a little bit more detail in a bit. But as you can see here, I've just got them all going in the order of the alphabet. And when they're all done, just release them. And then there's a couple things you can do afterwards. There are some memos as well for selling the dinosaurs. So what you want to do is trank them immediately and sell them, get them out of there, and then continue with your alphabetical order. Now to trank them again, just go quickly. Obviously use your helicopter guys, the ACU, and trank them. And then with the same shortcut button, the L1 on the PS, then you push triangle after selecting the dinosaur and you can sell it. Now normally I wouldn't follow the dinosaur around, I would just trank it the second it comes out of the hatchery or the incubation lab, and there you can go, just sell them easy enough. Alright, so there's another step you can do here, which is to manually release each carnivore. This ticks off 2 boxes, so you can kill a lot of birds with one massive stone, is releasing it manually. There might be a memo for one of those. I read somewhere on some forum, so to be safe, on one of the islands, I just released all the dinosaurs manually and let them attack a guest. And then to tick off another slot is to take a picture of each one while they're attacking the guest. There are definitely 2 memos you can unlock, or characters you can unlock by doing this. And in the description, I've got a wealth of knowledge, so make sure you hit that description. I've just got all the text-based information I found from all videos and forums, all slotted into one area. As you can see here, the Spino, and wait for him to attack a guest. Yeah, wait for him to attack a guest, and we'll see if there's an unlock or not. And again, it's so difficult for me to say this is going to work because I could have done this before. Unbeknownst to me, I could have got the actual unlock, but at the late stage of the game, I only realized then I was unlocking things. So this is why I just did this video, just to compile everything I could find and put it into one source. So here's another one. The T-Rex is going to go off and chow someone. And at this stage I wasn't taking the pictures because I thought I'd gotten them already, but I just thought I'd be safe and sorry. After this, started taking the pictures as they're attacking. Now, as you can see in the top right corner, this is a definite unlock for you if you haven't done it already. You'll see the little icon appear over there, the padlock, and he's unlocked. Now, what I was saying before about not being able to tell which one it unlocked is, in this instance, you can see the memo, the archive has a character unlocked, and it can't see it at the moment. So if you hold down the D-pad, if you're lucky, you'll go past it, and you're able to see what it is, because if your cursor touches it, it disappears and there's no way to tell. So that was definitely the Kirby, Mr. Paul Kirby, Jurassic Park 3. Okay, so next up, what I did for good measure after each island is saved my game and then just opened up all the walls for all my paddocks and sat around and saw if anyone was unlocking anything with some dinosaur attacking something. In this instance, I didn't unlock anything, but there's no saying if you will or not. Okay, so let's move on from here. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go through some dinosaurs that will guarantee you an unlock. So it might be a good idea to start with these. But at this time, at this stage of the game, these are going to be late unlocks. And again, I think this is part of the update or DLC. So as you can see, top right corner, got an unlock for the Allosaurus. And then for the, who is this one? The Indoraptor.
You introduce. That's the nature of chaos.
Very, very tricksy guy, this. If you let them loose in the park, and they cause absolute chaos. Also, each dinosaur has a different way of attacking these goats. It's actually quite funny. Or each carnivore, at least. Eating. Now with the Baryonix, I couldn't tell you if it was him releasing that was unlocking it, or if it was completing the entertainment contract. I think it was the entertainment contract, which is on Isla Nublar, this one.
This is a side hustle that we should get behind.
And I think that was just being given to me. So it probably was the Baryonix release, the missing scientists. And then after that, if you release the Edmontosaurus, you will unlock an additional one. This fella right here. And again, trank him straight away and sell him. This one unlocks one of the archives, of course. Happens to be a memo. And there it is right there. Okay, so now to do some contracts. I can confirm a couple of them. This one over here is the release of the Nodosaurus. or it could be a contract completion on Isla Mantaceros. Difficult to say which one it was because they happened at the same time. But you see, like here, I couldn't tell you which one it was because the cursor must have touched it on the way down. But if you can't go down, you can't see the rest. So a bit silly there. Right, next up is going to be the release of the Allosaurus, but it was actually the completion of the science contract. Listen carefully.
You really knocked that one out of the park.
And on this island, just keep doing the contracts, and we'll keep doing the science contracts, and this one will eventually unlock. It didn't take very long for it to rock up. And then the next one was a security contract completed on Isla Muerta as well. The same one. And let's have a look what it was. There it is right there, the Watcher. And then I found myself in a position where I only needed one more. And there it is, Isla Pena, the security contract. My platinum and the I Read Your Book trophies popped accordingly for me. Alright guys, that's going to bring us to the end of the guide. Now please remember to check the description for a pretty much a text-based version of the video I just showed you. And if you have any tips or if you have any questions at all, I'm always going to answer. Post them down the bottom and we get the locations and origins of certain unlocks that I was unable to record in this video. But I hope you really found it informative, and I hope you're able to smash out these trophies quick sticks. So I want to say thank you so much for watching guys, and I'm going to catch you on the next one.